Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Expert Suck Sports Betting Podcast. I am Mike Day, and I am joined tonight by our UFC guru, our celebrity picker of UFC fights, JT Springsteen. What's up, JT?
What's up?
Hey, welcome in again.
Thank you for
Um,
having me.
yeah, I mean, we're here on another UFC numbered event
Mm-hmm.
with a couple good championship matches.
Oh yeah.
Um, I told Brandon last night I'm only really familiar with the two championship title fights.
Mm.
The rest of the card, we're gonna lean heavily on your knowledge, your picks, and that type of thing. Dude, do you want me to give you the update on your picks?
Yeah.
Well, you knew you were 10-1 last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could not believe that
The one
Miranda
fight.
fight. Yep,
One fight.
it was the Miranda fight.
Yep.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. That was so close, so close. Because those usually pay like what a dollar pays like a grand and a half or
Normally
something.
like
59.
$5 pays a grand or something like that. But I think that one paid like 2 grand for $5. It was a pretty good. So I think I
Yeah,
took like three dogs. I think I took three or four underdogs that card.
yeah. That
Wow.
it's a matter of time, I think, JT.
Yeah.
Because you
It's gonna
for,
happen
for
this year. Some point
yeah
this year we are hitting a card.
for the year you are 202 wins and 135 losses or something like that, 66%. So
Not bad.
yeah, I mean versus the experts that are running at about 56%. So,
About 10%
yeah,
higher.
dude, yeah, you're 10% higher. You're doing a great job. So, UFC 330 set. We'll set it up a little bit. Makhachev versus Machado Gerry in I think it's called Xfinity Arena in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, they haven't been in
City Mobile
Philadelphia
Arena.
in a while. So what JT and I are going to do is we're just going to go match for match, fight for fight until from the match 12, what they call it. Here we
Mm-hmm.
go. Here's let me transition, JT. Here's the full card.
Yep.
Um, early prelims are 5 p.m. Eastern. That'll be 3 p.m. our time. Main card is what, 7?
I believe it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, main card starts at 7 o'clock Mountain Time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So nice. Okay. Let's just roll right into it, JT. Here comes the first match. We have my tech pick, tech pick,
Jeremiah Wells versus my tech pick Orla Bali. I think it's how you say it. I have no clue how to say his name.
or Earl Bali. Yeah,
Yeah,
you did
Kyrgyzstan.
just fine. Is that a Trigistan fighter?
He's from,
He's
I think it's, I didn't see that. Kyrgyzstan?
Kyrgyzstan.
I think it's how you say that.
He's very like regional
Mhm.
ethnicity. Like you can tell he's like Mongolian.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, you can tell he's from that
yeah,
area.
that area.
Um,
All
I've
right.
watched him fight. But I've never watched Wells fight, but I have watched Orla Bali fight a couple of times. I think I've watched his past three or four fights. But just looking at age alone, Wells is 11 years older. Wells is almost 40.
Oh, jeez.
So just going off that alone, I feel like you should take the younger fighter of who, even if Wells I felt was better, I would still take Orla Bali, or how I don't know how to say it.
Yeah,
I would, but I'm gonna go with him just mainly because of the age difference, but also I feel that he's just better overall, a better rounded fighter compared to Wells.
yeah, and I think we have seen him just. I don't know who his last fight was. Who was his last fight?
His last fight was against Chris Curtis, and that was about 4 months ago. Before that, he fought Jack Hermanson, and then yeah,
He just kind of destroyed
Ouch.
that.
I think
Or
he's
did,
only lost once in the UFC. Yeah, he lost to Rebecca back in 2024 via split decision. So his only loss in
okay.
the UFC was via split decision.
Yeah, that's not bad. And
So yeah,
he's on a bit of a roll if I recall. Okay.
yeah.
Next fight, Neil Magny against Ramiz Bra Bramaj.
Yeah.
Bramaj.
So Magny, I don't know. I don't like betting on Magny. I think he's not bad, but then again, Magny's also almost 40, another older fighter. But I know against Jake Matthews, that fight was horrible. I took Matthews in that fight, and Matthews, Magny, it was just I don't know what happened. It was a weird fight. But the only thing I don't like here is Magny's reach is well, Magny's 5 inches taller and he has an 8 inch reach on
Oh
Ray
man,
Bala. I don't know how to say his last name.
Brahmi,
Bra- yeah, that guy.
Brahmij.
Um,
Yeah.
um, I think Magny's not going to win. I don't like betting on Magny. I feel like he's very wishy washy, but the other guy's also not that good. But just for, I feel like the younger fighter then again will win. He's 7 years younger than Magny. He's about 6.5 years younger than Magny, almost 7 years younger. So for that reason, I would go Rosman.
Okay. We'll give you Brahimaj. Brahimaj.
I get better
Brahimaj.
at
That
pronouncing their names.
yeah, a lot of them are tough, dude. Yeah. Okay, so we got him. All right, next one, match 10. Rafael Tobias against Lucas Fernando.
I believe this is Fernando's debut. He was a fighter in the LFA prior to this. And I believe Tobas, I think if I say his last name, has been in the UFC. He got in off the Contender Series, I believe. Yes, he did. Um, he's been in the UFC for 5 months. And this is Fernando's debut. Just looking at stats alone, Fernando is the older fighter. Tobas is younger. He's only about 23 years old. It's actually pretty young. Um, but he is down about a 7 inch reach compared to Fernando.
Oh wow.
So that's a pretty big
Yeah, that's a big
discrepancy in
yeah.
reach. So I think Fernando gets it done here. Personally, I think he wins. I've never watched him fight. I've watched Tobas's last fight, that he lost,
Yeah.
but I think Tobas loses.
Okay. Um yeah, this is I believe that you're correct. Fernando's debut in the UFC. So, um okay. Let's keep match number 9, Vicente Luque against Trayshawn. I got that one. Trayshawn Gore.
I hate Gore. I'm just gonna dump that on Gore. If Gore wins, I'll be surprised. I do not like Gore.
Yeah. We've
I
seen
just
Vicente Luque fight though, right? I feel
yes,
like I've
yes, we
seen him
have.
fight. He's been in a at least a fight night or something recently. Gastelum,
I'm just
yeah.
not a
April
huge fan
11th.
of Gore. Like I could see Gore winning. I just don't like betting on Gore. He's 6-4. I mean, he did beat Asmat in his last fight, which that's a pretty big win. But you could call it a fluke. He won in round 3 via a submission with a guillotine choke. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That's he
And
lost. Asmat lost to Gore. That's insane.
it,
But
they
that guy's pretty
they
good.
both won their most recent fight by submission.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but
he
they
beat
both have
submitted
lost
Kevin
recently too, yeah.
Gastelum.
Yeah.
Alvarez. Oh,
Dude,
Joe
this
Alvarez is
is
starting
a
on the squad.
bit of a toss up. What I should be looking up is and let
Yeah,
you
the odds are Gore.
stats.
Actually, I
Let's
don't
look
have
at
the betting
the
odds pulled
stats.
up.
I'll pull them up.
I haven't looked at the odds,
I know
but I'm
the
not
odds
sure who
kind of
this.
you don't like to
I'm
look at
not
them because
sure.
they may affect your picks, but
Yeah, I don't like looking at the odds. I just like going with.
you're probably going to go Luque here, right?
Yeah, I don't like Gore. I mean, if Gore wins, you can't pick right every time, but I don't like betting on Gore. So
Yeah,
for that reason, I'm gonna go Vince.
Luque.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I will bring up the odds, but I won't tell you them until like maybe after your picks or if you want to know. Okay, so match number 8, Dante Johnson against Eric McConaughey. McConaughey.
Johnson is winning this fight. Just Johnson wins. He's 9 years older. I think he'll probably get a knockout. I think he gets a finish of some sort.
Yeah,
Win by knockout.
Johnson's a better striker. You're saying?
He's better everywhere. He lands more. He has more takedowns. Average has more subs. He's 8-0. He's never lost in the UFC. I believe he's 3-0 or 4. Yeah, in the UFC he's 3-0. He had his debut earlier this year. And he has won every fight. His last fight was a split decision though against Cody Brundage, and Cody Brundage is not that great, but I still think Dante's gonna win here by TKO.
Okay. Match number 7. Jalen Turner against, oh, here we go. Fernandez. I'm just going to say Fernandez because the last name is easier than the first name.
Which one is this?
K match number 7. Jalen Turner against Quay Fernandez.
Why can I not see that one on here? Did that fight get pulled?
Oh, let me check DraftKings.
No,
It
I
could
don't
have.
believe it did. I just don't see it on here. Maybe I'm on. I don't see it on the UFC site. Uh, oh, here we go. Jalen. Wait. What was the fight?
Jalen Turner against Quay Fernandez. Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
the fight before the co-main.
yeah.
That's like the third fight on the main card.
I know that's weird because even DraftKings has it
Oh,
as the
weird.
fight.
It's
The
like
fight
because the next
before.
fight should be Charles Johnson versus Eduardo Chapelin.
Right, right.
So that's
Yeah,
weird.
I took these off ESPN, so
No, you're
they,
fine. That's just
they
odd that it.
this is the fight before Mackenzie Dern and Robertson. So,
And the
but
Jalen Turner, yeah.
we'll
Let's see
go.
if
We'll
there's
do
more.
this one, and then we'll go see if they get back in order.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I think Turner wins. He's the longer fighter, taller fighter. Then again, me saying that, whenever we talk about the main event, I'm kind of gonna go against that theory, but we'll get there whenever we get there. Um, I'll
yeah,
explain why later. But
they're
I
different.
just yeah, it's different. But I want to take Turner here, but I wouldn't be surprised if for Fernandez,
Fernandez, yeah.
yeah, if he won. But I'm gonna go with Turner just because of the reach and the height. And also, I think Turner's been fighting for longer, and I think he's fought better competition. Like, yeah, in his last fights, all of these names are relatively bigger names. He fought Dan Hooker, Bobby Green, Renato Moicano. Um, I not the lightweight from Chile. I cannot pronounce his name right. I know what he Bada Mendez. He fought not too long. He fought a couple months ago on a he fought Rafael, and then his last fight was against Edson Barbosa. I believe he's also on this card.
I
So
think
for that reason, I feel like he gets it done because all the last 5 fights that Fernandez has have hasn't. I don't recognize any of their names. Maybe if I saw them, but just for the last 5 fights alone, also the height and the reach advantage, I'm going to take Turner here.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, and that's even now out of order on the ESPN site. So that's weird. I did this a couple days ago.
That's okay.
Okay,
I can just go on
so
order based on the UFC
no,
side if that helps.
now we're back on track. So Chidi uh, Jucane, no, the N I think is silent. Jucane against Joel Alvarez. You can say Chidi.
When do you have the Charles Johnson fight? Because that was the one after the Dante Johnson fight and the
It's
Eric.
probably next.
Okay. So
Nope.
Joel Alvarez, if I
What the
believe
hell?
right, Joel Alvarez, I believe he's
Hold on.
training with Islam Makhachev. I could be wrong, but I remember reading somewhere that Islam brought him in as kind of a Ian Gary dupe because his reach is longer than Gary. Their height, I believe, is the same, and their fighting style is somewhat similar, and they're both fighting on the same card. Um, but Chiche, oh God, how do you say this name? Then let's call him Chi. How do
Juquane.
you
Juquane.
Che Chequani?
Yeah.
He's almost 38. He's lost his past 2 fights. I think Alvarez will get this done by sub
Oh, Alvarez. Yeah.
by submission.
I'm gonna put sub next to his name. I like to build some parlays, not just the straight bets. I like the straight bets, but I like to build parlays too, like
Oh
winning
yeah.
method
Hmm.
parlays. Okay. Yeah, these are they got ESPN got the two uh, Jalen Turner and the Johnson or whatever fight flip flopped. So it's coming up as the match before Mackenzie Dern. So match number 5 on our list is Edison Barbosa, the aforementioned. You talked about him already. Against Esteban, uh, geez, it shouldn't be so hard. Ribovics.
So yes, Alvarez is training with Islam. I just wanted to look it up just to make sure, but yes, he is.
Dang,
He
that's some
joined
that.
he joined his camp for this fight to help him train for Gary.
Yeah, that's a good training partner right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, because they're and his reach is actually longer than I believe Gary's because he's a 77-inch reach. I believe Gary only has a 74-inch reach. So anyway, sorry, I just wanted to put that
No,
out there. So
no,
you said we're on Edson
that's good.
Barbosa and
Esteban
um,
Rubicius.
well, then again,
Robichus.
this Barbosa almost is 41. He's lost his past 3 fights. I feel like
What's
that
with all
alone should
these
be
all
enough.
dudes? What's just all these old
Yeah.
dudes?
He just has a 6-inch reach advantage, and his striking's not bad, but also at the age of 41, you're not the same how you used to be. I think Barbosa's I think he's going to get finished either by submission or it's probably going to be by knockout, but you can take which either one you want. But I feel like it's probably going to be by knockout just because you're 41, your chin's not the same, your striking's not going to be the same as it once was.
Not as
So,
fast. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we got Esteban on that one. Okay, match number 4. We're getting there. Mansour Abdul Malik. We've seen this guy for sure. And then
Where's that
Dustin
Charles Johnson fight ranked at
It's
on there? That one's
next.
still is it next?
It's
Okay, I think
next.
that well, it was just a little messed. That's fine though. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen him fight. He was 9-0 and he lost his last fight.
Yeah. And then Dustin Stolfus. I think we've seen him. I don't know. Not as
I think I've
recent.
watched him fight once or twice.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I think they kind of just gave Dustin I think they're trying to give Al I don't know how to say his name, Mansour a build up fight because he lost his last fight. I feel like they want to build him. He has a 5-inch reach advantage, 2-inch height advantage, and he throws nukes.
Yeah.
He's a heavy hitter. I think he's going to win this fight, more than likely probably by knockout. Um, I'd be surprised if he didn't win. I feel like this is kind of a throw dust into the wolves and let
Malik.
Mansour build himself back up.
Yeah. Okay.
So also 28 to a 34-year-old fight. So 28 versus a 34-year-old.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So we got Malik in that fight. Okay. Here we go. The Charles Johnson, Jose Ochoa fight, which is going to be earlier than in
So
the
this is
night.
at catch weight because I believe the other Charles Johnson fight got canceled. So they must have pulled this guy in off relatively.
Oh, no. Hopefully I didn't lose JT. We'll give him a second. Weird. Now we have to go back. Now I need to go back because ESPN may have this. Um, Let me see if I can just take him and remove him from the scene and then add him back when he comes back. Sorry, folks. Sometimes there are some technical difficulties, especially in Colorado when there's evening thunderstorms and electrical storms. Sometimes we lose our
Hello?
connections.
Hello?
Yeah, there you are.
Sorry,
You're
I got
back.
a phone call and it just completely locked up my phone.
Oh, that happens too.
Yeah, I went
Phone
to
calls.
end it and then I went to end the call and it just completely locked up my phone. What did I say before it ended so I know where I left off?
We were talking about. Okay, yeah. Dante Johnson is the Johnson after Luque, which is Eric McConnell.
Yes. Now we're
And
on
then
Charles Johnson and Eduardo Chapelin.
we should be. So
Okay.
I feel like this fight is wrong. He's not fighting Ochoa anymore.
No, so this fight is at a catchweight. So I'm assuming Ochoa that fight got canceled. Jose Ochoa got hurt.
Okay.
So that fight got pulled. So they pulled Eduardo Chaplin in off a short notice. So I guess that's why it's at catchweight to
Yeah,
make it
and
easier for him.
that's probably why they changed the order of things and made the Chitty fight. Or no, I'm sorry. They made the Jalen Turner fight the fight before Jillian and
Yeah, that
Mackenzie
could
Dern.
be why. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Charles Johnson against Eduardo
Eduardo.
Chapelin.
Yeah, I've never watched Chaplin fight. He
I've
had
never
a
heard of him.
contender series fight around a year ago. That was his last fight, and he won it. But Charles Johnson is kind of the boogeyman of flyweight. That guy has bombs in his hands. He beat Calvin Lohner about a year ago, and then he beat Bruno Silva about 4 months ago. But he seems to struggle against guys who can grapple. Um, I'm not sure, but Aguardo averages about 5 takedowns a fight.
Oh wow.
But in terms of experience, Johnson has that. He has the reach advantage. He has the height advantage. But in terms of age, he's 5 years older. I've never watched Aguardo fight. It makes me want to choose Johnson, but I'm gonna go with Aguardo.
Okay, so you want to see here's something weird, and it may be the same dude or it may be a different dude, but on DraftKings they have
Mhm.
his name as Eduardo Henrique,
Oh,
and
it's
not
Chamberlain on here.
yeah, and it's Chopelin on
Oh,
ESPN. That's so
that's
weird.
weird.
Let me check a different site. Let
I'm
me
on the
check.
UFC. I'm on UFC.com right now, and they have it as Chamberlain.
Okay, so that's probably more correct. Oh, Bet 365. Maybe he goes by both, or he has
Yeah,
three names.
maybe. Yeah,
Maybe it's like Eduardo Enrique Chopelin, but Bet 365 has him. It's the same dude. It's got to be the same dude. So
yeah.
you like Chopelin?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Chamberlain. I think I've never watched him fight, but based off the 5 takedowns, if he can keep the fight on the ground, I feel he'll win. I've never watched him fight, but if the fight stays standing, I think Johnson will win. So maybe I would say live bet this one, or maybe take Johnson and then you can live bet as needed to maybe hedge.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go Chaplin here, and maybe I'll live bet Johnson after the first round just to get a feel.
It's pretty close odds wise. It's
Yep.
not as uh like Johnson's a minus 120 favorite. Eduardo's a plus 100. So it's he's barely a favorite. So I like that.
Yeah.
I like that analysis there. It's just yeah, whichever guy probably you know controls the pace, imposes his will. If
Yeah.
Johnson has any takedown defense, or if Eduardo can get him on the ground.
Because it says that Johnson shops about 66% of the takedowns for his takedown defense. But if you're averaging 5 takedowns per 15 minutes, that's almost two around, I believe.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
figure
just
he's going
about
to
two
get
around. So he's at least going to get playing the odds at least two. So
yeah.
if he gets 2 takedowns, he's able to hold him down for the whole round twice, he'll win just via that alone. So we'll see. And his striking, that's one thing I'm worried about is just the striking. But then again, never watched his fight, but it's also his debut. So I feel like if you're taking a fight off short notice too, cardio might be a worry for him, but we're gonna ride with it.
Yeah, let's go.
We're gonna ride with Chaplin.
Let's go with the underdog.
Yeah, we're gonna ride with it.
Okay, here we go. This now, I told Brandon last night I'm almost more excited for this fight than I am for the main event.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a tremendous fight. This is the co-main event
Hmm.
for the women's strawweight championship. The champion Mackenzie Dern defending her title against Jillian Robertson. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is going to be a great fight.
Yeah. I it's honestly I think I had a harder time picking this one than I did for the main event.
Yeah,
I
and
feel like
maybe
I had a
yeah.
harder time looking through and deciding who's gonna win this fight.
Oh, I think for sure. I have an idea on the main event, like how that's going to go. But
Yeah,
this
like
one,
is
these are
hard.
both really aggressive. They both can grapple, they both can hit.
Hmm.
Robertson, to me, um, is she feels like she's better on the ground and likes to do takedowns. But I don't, I feel
Because
like Mackenzie Dern's
Dern's
she's comfortable
known for
on the ground.
grappling, but the only thing I don't like looking at Dern had a exhibition match in grappling with a girl named Fiona Davis, who is 1-0 in her MMA record. Or sorry, she's
Yeah,
on
did you see
UFC
her fight?
BJJ, and she got subbed by her in the first round of their grappling match. And Robertson is also really good on the ground. I think this will be more of a grappling match more than so of a like a fight if that makes sense. Like yeah, I think they'll be on the
Yeah,
feet, but a lot of it will be on the ground.
yeah,
I think whoever can win the 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 exchanges on the ground in terms of like stopping submissions, in terms of scrambles and such, I
Yeah.
feel like will win this fight. I want to go I don't know. I think I'm leaning more towards Robertson. I've only watched her fight a couple of times, but her past I don't think she's lost a fight in a while. She's 14-6 in the UFC. She hasn't lost a fight since 2024. She's won her past 6 fights. Um,
Yeah.
it's just I
Yes.
think I'm gonna lean more towards Robertson. She's also the younger fighter by about 2 years. Their reach is the same. Their height is basically the same, 5'4" to 5'5". But
Yeah.
I think
She
Robertson
just
is going to get
beat.
this done either by submission or by decision.
Yeah. She beat Lemos. Talking about Robertson, she beat
Yeah.
Lemos by decision.
Hmm.
Rodriguez by KO TKO. Pinheiro decision. Watterson. Yeah, she hasn't lost in, like you said,
Yeah, she hasn't lost
over
in 3 year or
two
2 years.
3 years. Yeah.
Two
Okay.
years.
I can. Yeah. I mean, this is definitely going to be. I would want to say that no matter how this goes, I don't know what the odds are to just choose decision. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter who wins, just that the outcome is going to be decision. Let me
Who's the
check that real
favorite? Is
quick.
it Dern? Because
Um,
they have the odds on the UFC site, but they're what they opened at. They're not what like they're currently at. So
yeah,
I don't know like
currently,
how if they're close or if they're because I can see what they open
uh,
at, but I don't know what they're at like actively.
Robertson's a plus 180 underdog, which is not a bad number to take for her to win.
You almost could
Winning
hedge it
method.
out too with Dern. You almost
So,
could do two bets and just hedge it with Dern.
yeah, exactly. Just for the fight to be settled by decision is minus 150. So that's not great odds on that bet. But I think if you're going to do anything, and as far as from a betting perspective, you'd probably want to go on the Robertson side. You get better odds at
Hmm.
plus 180. So I like it. I like it, JT. So you
Yeah.
got Robertson there. Okay. I have an idea how this is going to go. Brandon has an idea from last night how this is going to go. We were both wanting to, very interested to hear Harold how you think this fight will go.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Ian Gary won. I think there is a world that he wins. I'm leaning towards Islam just because of who Islam is training with, and also since Islam's last fight with JDM, he's put on 11 pounds of muscle. That's a lot. And also,
Yeah.
the training partner in Joel Alvarez, I think was a great choice by him, bringing in a guy who not only has a longer reach than Gary, but they're the same height and they fight very um like similar. Um Towards it. And Islam also came out and said in his fight with Jack, he played it passive because he just wanted to get the belt. But he said during this fight, he's going to try to dump the tank and try to sub Gary by round 3. My only thing that
Yeah.
concerns me is Gary's the younger fighter, he's taller, and he has a longer reach. I think, and Islam struggled against Volk, a guy who's smaller than him. So it just concerns me. If Islam can't keep Gary on the ground, Islam's going to lose this fight. If Islam can keep the fight on the ground, he wins. But if not, I think he loses this fight. I think Gary is going to keep him at range and just piece him up if he can't take him down.
Yeah. I think that's really kind of the only path for Gary to win.
Yeah, he
If
can't get taken down. If he gets taken
Yep,
down, he's not going to win the fight.
exactly. And how many guys like does Makhachev do that to? Like he did it to Poirier, he did it to Moicano,
Mm-hmm.
mostly Jack Della Maddalena. He got the decision in that one, but he submitted Moicano and Poirier, knocked out Volkanovski and decision Volkanovski. So those are all title defenses too. He's held the belt since 2023.
Mm-hmm. And also, I don't know if you know this,
Yeah,
but him and Anderson Silva are tied right now for the longest UFC. I believe it's the longest win streak ever. Both tied at 16. So if Islam wins this, he beats that record
yeah,
at 17. So I think it's even more of a reason for him to want to win this because then it's like, hey, I beat this guy. I'm the best. Like,
yeah. And there
but
has
also I
been
think Gary wants this. Like Gary's gonna want to win this belt.
yeah, there has
I
been a
I, I think it's gonna be
lot
a great fight. This is gonna be a great fight.
there's been a lot of trash talking on pre-fight
Well, it's
interviews.
Connor and
Yeah,
um
but these two dudes
and
hate
Habib
each. Yeah,
2.0. It's just
yeah, they hate each other. There's no love lost here at all. Like they
but
want to just
also
destroy the other dude.
I also
So
don't like Gary. I don't know how you feel about Gary, but I do not like Gary. I just don't
he's
like him.
yeah,
I don't like him. I liked him whenever he was like first coming up, but I'm not a huge fan of Gary anymore. I don't like how he talks or the way he talks about people. I think he's a little odd.
he's a weird dude. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. He's got some weird out of the cage, out of the gym relationship things going
Uh-huh.
on. Which again, it's just he's like I said, he's an odd dude. So who you got? Who you gonna settle on?
Islam Makhachev. I don't know. I would say take decision slash submission. Like if they take the bet with those two together, or I would say take Ian Gary by decision. I don't see Ian Gary getting a finish. He's not really known for finishing guys. I think his last finish was how long ago was it? His last finish in the UFC was in 2023 against Daniel Rodriguez, who's not that great. Who actually just fought, I believe, last weekend. I believe he fought, or 2 weeks ago. But anyways, that's besides the point. His last finish was in 3 years ago. In Islam's last finish, I believe he's finished like majority, I think more than like 60% of his fights in the UFC. Yeah, he's finished his last out of his last 5 fights, he's finished three of them.
Three. Yeah. His last fight against JDM was a decision, but it was a
Yeah.
unanimous decision.
Yeah.
He
But he
controlled that
also
fight.
dogged him for 5 rounds straight. He just
Yes.
didn't go for the finish because I mean he came out and said he wanted the belt just to have both belts at lightweight and at
Welterweight.
welterweight. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to keep the belt. I think Islam will get it done. I just think if he can't take him down, he's gonna struggle. But I know people are talking about Ian Gary's last win was against Bilal Muhammad,
Hmm.
and Islam and him kind of have a similar fighting style, but I feel like Islam relies more on trips compared to Bilal. So I think that will be better for him in terms of takedowns. Like I think he's going to take him down. It's just a matter of how well he can keep him on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, Machado Gerry's a little bit bigger, right? He's
Mm-hmm.
taller, he's bigger. So keeping him on the ground may be a lot more difficult for
Islam, but I know
Makhachev.
some
Yeah.
fighters said that they actually like controlling taller guys on the ground. Like I know some fighters prefer it over the more like shorter guys
Yeah.
and stockier guys. I remember who it was. I was watching one of the fighting. It was like a fighting podcast, and they were talking about it, and they were saying how some fighters actually like to fight the longer, taller guys because they're easier to keep on the ground. But
Oh,
I was like, I don't know how that works, but
yeah.
okay.
Maybe it's a leverage thing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna go Islam here. But I think there is a world that Ian Gary could be the new champ.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to recap your picks.
And then, have you
For
seen the card, the 331 card?
no, I have not.
It's on. It's Joshua Van and Alexander Pantoja
Toja.
too, and then Marcio Ruffy and Armin Sarukian as the co-main, I
Oh
believe.
man, that's nice.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty stacked card if you want to look at it. It's actually a pretty good card. Just like all the fights are pretty good, and that's on
Yeah,
September 19th. Not to take
September
away from this
19th.
card right now, but fair I'd bring that up to you. It's a pretty good
Oh no,
card.
no, no. That I always like to look forward to um, the upcoming fights. I did not see that, especially
Yeah.
the numbered events. We always look forward to the numbered events.
Actually, wait, I think
So
the co-main of that actually is going to be Peter Yan and Marab too. I just think they've added it, but I remember seeing something that was going to be the co-main actually for
yeah, it's
that.
not on there yet, but I could see I could see Dana adding that. Isn't one of them hurt?
Um,
Jan
oh,
or
never mind. I think they're going to try to schedule that fight on October 24th. That's going to be the numbered card. Is going to be Marab and Peter Yan 3.
332?
Yeah.
332. So Van Pantoja, Sharukian, Rofi, Pitbull is on again.
No,
Patricio
it's
Pitbull,
a stacked card, and there's
Duo Choi,
Um, Gable's
Gable
on the
Stevenson,
card.
yeah,
Sarukian's on the card. Pitbull. We have Brian Ortega.
Marlon Vera, Charles
Olu
Jourdain.
Moicano. It's a stacked card.
It
Chino
is.
Vera, Taito Avasa, Bruno Ferreira. It's a like almost every fight is a relatively big name. And
Yeah,
also the fight that they're opening with too, Jusang Yo, he's fun to watch.
yeah, against Michael
Um,
Aswell. Yeah, that's a better. That's actually, I would, in my opinion, that'd be a better card than the one we're
then
getting ready
there's
to watch on Saturday.
Hooker on September 5th, the French card. It's Hooker and this guy, I don't remember his name. So I cannot say. He's a French Para Nice or whatever. I think he's going to be
Namaste.
a problem at
Namaste.
lightweight. I don't know if you watched him fight.
Saladin.
He's going to be
No,
a problem at lightweight. Actually, well, I think he will be, but we'll see how he actually does.
is
Um,
that that's 2 weeks, right?
And then do you know who Usman Nurmagomedov is? He trains with Islam and all of them.
Hmm. Yep, yep.
I want the UFC to sign him. He's also, I think if he became at lightweight, I think he would run through everyone. He is scary. I want the UFC to
Who's he
sign him
fighting
so
right
bad.
now?
He fought like 2 weeks ago. He knocked the guy out. He's insane. His record's 22-0.
But not in the UFC.
No, not on the UFC, but he's been a Bellator. I believe he's been Bellator. I want to say not 2 time. No, he's been the champion in Bellator, and I believe PFL. But he's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see if they sign him because he's also still really young. But anyway, sorry, you can go on recap now. I'm just yapping a
No, no, that's good.
bunch of
Oh,
different stuff.
it's all good. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up. I have not started watching the Dana White Contender Series. I know that started, or no,
Or
yeah,
not
it
too long
started.
ago. I think it started this week or last week,
It
didn't
started
it?
this week. It started on the
Yeah.
11th.
What to say? I remember seeing something about it. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
watch the first episode,
I
but
haven't watched them in a while. I need to probably pay a little bit more
I
attention
watched
to.
it last year, but
Yeah,
I should start watching it this year.
yeah. Start watching some of these up and coming guys
Mhm.
that are, they'll be into the UFC by next year, probably, right?
Yeah. And then tomorrow I will have my finalized picks once I do a little bit more digging. But more than likely, we're gonna sit with this. The only ones might change would be Turner if there was any change, and it would be the Chaplin fight.
Okay.
Those would be the two I'd more than likely change.
Yeah. And I always say that whenever you come on the show, that this is Thursday and the fights are on Saturday. So JT reserves the right to change any of his picks by Saturday, when I typically post them both to Instagram and to Discord, the fight chat. Yeah, I
Yeah.
let the fight chat know that we were coming on tonight. I don't know if anybody jumped in. There's a couple people that popped in. I see.
Oh, awesome.
I see people that come in, and
Hmm. Oh no.
I only
Mr. Day.
know who they are if they make
Hello?
watch from the
No.
beginning to the end. Um, did it again. You hit that.
Hello?
You hit that. Yeah, you hit that answer button again.
And that might have been on your end this time, or was that my end?
That might have been. I don't know. I was clicking. No, I was clicking. So I might have cut you off. Okay.
That's okay.
So we have Orlabe Brahimaj. If you can
Yes.
see these on here, Fernando, Luque, Johnson, Turner. These are out of order.
It's gonna
Alvarez,
go Orla Ball in
Revicious.
order.
Okay, you go in order.
It should go Orla Bale, Rosman Bra. I cannot say his name. The guy,
Brahmaj.
yeah. Lucas Fernando, Vincent Luque, Dante Johnson, Alguardo Chaplin, Joel Alvarez, um,
Revicious.
Esteban, Mansur Albul, Malkin, Jalen Turner, Robinson, and Islam Makhachev should be
There we go.
the order.
That's it. That's what we got.
And
So
again, I will
yeah,
have finalized picks in by tomorrow evening.
nice. All right. Well, JT, great job as usual. Always fun to have you on the show for the UFC picks. We are always touting your picks, and sometimes people don't know. They think that's like me and B's picks, and so it's great for you to come on, let the
Oh,
people know we have somebody that's really good at the fight game. So thanks for taking the time. I appreciate
yeah,
it. And we'll be watching these fights on the weekend, texting like we usually
yeah.
do in the chat with me, Brandon, you, and your dad, which is always fun. Uh, the four of us love the fights. So Thanks everybody that viewed and joined. Don't be afraid to make a comment next time. Say hey, or if you disagree with any of our picks, that's always fun. It's always more fun for the show to have people make comments.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
we have a lot more people in the uh, PGA, NASCAR, and UFC show on Wednesdays um, than we do in any of the other ones. Um, so, but again, thanks JT for joining us. Good luck on all these picks. And let
Sweet.
me comment. We got a comment.
Oh,
Oh, that's Daniel. Daniel from Nashville. Daniel is a good friend of the family.
oh, nice.
um, yeah. So yeah, thanks Daniel for saying hey and popping in on the show. Um, good on you. I don't know if you have anything to do with the Book It Sports, if they do any UFC picks or not. Maybe they should recruit us in to do their picks for them. But Daniel has an association with the Book It Sports guys.
That's cool.
So yeah, very good. Good to see you, Daniel. Okay, so forever hold your peace on these, at least for tonight. They may change, but again, some good analysis, some good picks by JT, and so good luck. Hopefully, you can get the 12-0 this week. There's
Hope
12,
so.
right? 12-0.
Yep.
Yeah, but hey, keep rolling. Anything over 500 is a win, is winning. So
Yeah.
good on you, JT. All right, thanks a lot for joining us. I'm gonna catch you later.
Sweet.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Have a good one.